Okay, we've got a studio hired and with Jared today, someone I've worked with closely. He's got a very impressive e-commerce business, and we've done work together to change how his day-to-day looks recently. So, Jared, first of all, as way of introduction, could you say hello? Let us know a little bit about your background and the type of e-commerce business that you've built.
Yeah, so my name's Jared, and I started an e-commerce business back in 2020. Um, Background was very sort of digital marketing based roles before that, and yeah, we launched a drop shipping business, e-commerce business in 2020, and yeah, here we are 5 years later. Yeah,
Here we go. And when we started working together, which was a few months ago,
yeah.
you were running the business still day to day. So what did that look like? What sort of jobs were you doing day to day?
Oh, everything. Picking up the phones, live chats, speaking to new sales leads, speaking to old grumpy customers. So yeah, the joys of full customer service, as well as, running all other elements of the business as well.
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, that's what we have to do. Wear a few hats when we first start a business, but
Yeah.
you were a few years down the line, weren't you? So, what was the day to day? Obviously, with customer service, how did that feel like? What did that make you feel like? Do you feel like you were running towards burnout, or how did it feel to do all that?
Yeah. It was it was in the quieter periods of our seasonal business, so I knew it wasn't really that sustainable when we hit the peak period. But yeah, it was pretty tough going. So yeah, definitely knew I needed some extra hands on board to help out. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Because you built a impressive business. You're doing good revenue. It's turning over a consistent income for you every month. And tell us a bit about that business. So you're getting products from suppliers and you're sending those out to customers. It's all e-commerce based, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah.
work?
So yeah, work with UK suppliers. Essentially, we get an order on the site, have them ship it direct to the customer, and then we take the profit of the margin in between all that, and deal with the customers. So yeah, I mean, as I said, we've been around for 5 years, so we've built up quite a base of customers, and quite well known in the industry. And yeah, it wasn't really ideal to be just one man band at this stage
Yeah,
of
yeah.
proceedings. Yeah.
Lots of people, lots of customers coming every day, handling live chat, email, and orders yourself. And so you knew, well, what was it in your own words? Like, what was it? There was a moment when you realized you needed some help to actually continue to grow and look after that business.
Yeah, it was that stage where you're kind of, skipping emails, and I'll get back to this later, do that another time, and that kind of comes back and bites you in the arse a bit. But yeah, it was probably that stage where things catch up with you, and you realize you're not actually getting back to those things where you're like, need a bit of help here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know how it is. And when you're trying to run a business and trying to live a life outside of it, you've got other projects, got family to look after as well. It's only so long that you can do that and
Yeah.
do it day to day. So was there a moment when you thought, okay, this is too much now, I'm running it on my own, I'm not going to get anywhere with this, and you realized that you needed some help with running the business?
Yeah, I mean, we'd transitioned from to full time UK custom customer service help, essentially employees, to just me on my own. And yeah, it was a time I knew I had to get back to, well, at least one, just to help out. So yeah, it was always something that I knew. I just didn't, having been down the VA route previously, just didn't have the confidence in myself to give it a go again, because obviously the hiring process and training people up takes so much time and effort, that if you get it wrong, it can be quite costly in terms of time, I guess. Yeah.
100%. So people think that hiring is just simple case of putting a job post out, getting the applicants in, and getting someone on board to look after your business essentially. But yeah, what were the previous experiences
That's the
like
easy
for you?
part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What were the previous experiences like for you with hiring?
Yeah, not great. I don't think I had any formal like SOPs or processes in place for these guys. So essentially, just cracking on and hiring them, which was, as I said, the easiest part. But then it's a bit trickier, because we didn't have those SOPs, so people falling off, and when someone comes on again, you have to essentially redo the whole training process again. So yeah, wasn't really properly set up for it.
Yeah, and it's time consuming to get the right people on board and have the right processes in place for them to follow.
Yeah.
So when we started working together, what were the first things that we started to do to make sure that we implemented this, as I called it, Operation Get Jared out of the day-to-day running of the
Get him
business?
out. Was focusing on the SOPs, right? Getting those in place, making sure that, across the different touch points of the business, we had, answers and training for those different items. And then it was, yeah, getting someone in, 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday, getting them up to speed and taking it from there, I guess. And yeah, and then it was, help get Jared's weekends back, and we found someone else for that Friday to Tuesday spot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a perfect combination now to have people running 7 days a week looking after your store. And what was the difference this time? So working together, me hiring on your behalf and putting SOPs into your business, what would you say the difference was with hiring this time? What worked better than it has done in the past?
yeah. I guess I mean I've been open to you about it. I'm pretty terrible at the VA hiring side of things. I think it was a combination of having proper processes in place where, um, the VAs can buy into that. That you're not just some bloke on your own who the struggle to get on with. But having that in place really helps them see like the long term picture and that there's support there for them, and they're not overly reliant on coming to me for questions, which was quite a big thing previously. Was if there's nothing there or they don't know the answer, just ask Jared, which takes up loads of time. In
100%.
that sense, yeah.
I think people forget sometimes they hire and then they don't think about having the infrastructure to actually look after
Yeah,
those people that they
yeah.
hire. So what's the difference now, and how do your VAs know what to do without coming to you?
Well, there's various ports of call before coming to me. We've got the SOPs there in place with Loom videos. They can revisit that or watch the video again, so that they can, if the answer's there, then you've obviously got your support team which they can reach out to, and ask questions there, and then worst case scenario they can come to me. Whereas beforehand we had to bypass all those other two, and it would just be come straight away to me, and I may as well be answering the customer myself, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's right. It should be down the priority list. Reaching out to the founder should not be the first thing on the list. It should be
Yeah,
SOPs to follow, and then a support team, which is what we've put in place. So your VAs are in touch with my virtual assistants who train yours up,
yeah,
help them answer questions, so they're up to speed without needing to go to you.
yeah.
Otherwise, you just take away the benefit of actually having a VA, right? If they're just going to come to you for everything.
I think that's quite important part as well. Having that kind of support structure for them as well, not just you or me as the support structure, but people who've been there, done it in their shoes as well. So I think that definitely helps bed them in and gives them that kind of support moving forward, which is great.
100%. That's it. So it's the quickest way to get people up and running so they can look after the business without you. So how much time as a percentage would you say that you used to work on this business versus what you do now?
Yeah, so I think probably around about sort of 75% of my time I used to be involved, doing everything, and we probably cut that down to probably 10% or less now. So um, yeah, good saving there.
65% of your time
Yeah,
now math
yeah,
suggests that you've gained back now.
getting back.
So
Yeah,
what does that make, the difference that makes to your life now? You've got that time back to focus on things
yeah,
you want
massive
to.
massive difference. Can spend more time on I work on in other business as well, so spend more time there growing those. Way less stress to worry about stuff. That you can get caught up in when it's just yourself. So yeah, no, great benefits in that sense. Yeah.
Massive. Yeah, yeah. So for somebody that was in your position that's maybe building a business, but maybe they don't see the value in hiring or systemizing their business with certain SOPs, what would you say to those people who are sort of hesitant to hire?
Yeah, yeah. It's difficult because you just need to give it a go. I think you have to jump and make that leap. I'd been there before, so I don't know. It was I don't know if it was easier or actually harder this time around, knowing that knowing the negatives that I'd experienced previously. So I was probably took a bit more time to convince, which was silly looking back at it. But yeah, no, I think you've just got to take the leap, and uh, if you want to scale the business properly, you just can't be dealing with stuff that can be easily outsourced to a VA.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's surprising that some people don't necessarily see the value in it. But I think the biggest thing when you hire is that you're actually buying your time back. So the VA is just a vehicle.
yeah,
Actually, now you've got 65% of your time back. And how valuable in monetary terms, so financially, how valuable do you think it is to have VAs from a financial point of view?
no, absolutely. We spoke previously that I was thinking of selling the business, which has probably changed now that I've have a bit of relationship with my business. I wouldn't mind holding on to it for a bit longer. But yeah, in terms of someone coming in for and looking to buy it, you probably added a few extra zeros in the end there with me not being involved day to day, or and having less reliance on me as a business owner. Someone buying the business doesn't want to, as you say, buy a job. They want to buy a business that's running effectively on its own, and just tweak things here or there to adjust figures. Yeah. So
Yeah, the exit value is grown incredibly. If not, it's actually has an exit value now that it's not being completely run by a business owner.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the exit is there, but also now you can say to yourself, if I really want to scale this business, how much it generates every month, I can now put that time, 65% of my time, into what can I do to grow it,
yeah,
rather than what can I do just to make sure it lasts another day.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
So it's like, how much can you back yourself with that
yeah.
time you've now got to then grow it?
Yeah, I mean, you've lot more time to be able to grow it more effectively, and the more you grow it, the more VAs you can bring on, and scale it that way, I guess. Or is it start another business and bring VAs on there and be more efficient your second time around, I guess.
And now you know it works. Yeah, you got that confidence to do it. So
Yeah.
for somebody that's in the position that you were previously before you hired, and maybe they also feel like they can just run it themselves for a while, what would your advice be for those people?
Um, would you like 65% of your time back?
Probably.
Yeah, no, just yeah. I mean, look, you've got to just take the leap and get some help. I mean, if you, maybe some people enjoy that. They tell you they enjoy it, but I don't think they do. I don't think they enjoy the stresses of running every single facet of the business. So being able to outsource the ones that are the most easiest to outsource, the more sort of laborious stuff, like getting processes in for like invoicing or whatever it might be, then you get your time back and you can put it more effectively to use in scaling the business, I guess. Yeah.
100%. And the biggest benefit I think you mentioned to me was now that you've got your time back, you're able to then spend very high quality family time together.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Has there been a moment when you realised that now you've got a lot more time for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was over the summer holidays, not being able to or worry about answering questions on live chat, or um, you know the employees me asking me what to do and whatnot. So yeah, no, it was nice to have a little break and not feel that relied on, I guess. Usually I go away on a holiday and it'll be like, right, I'm gonna have just one day where I can just not relax, where I can relax and not worry about it. But now it's like, well, the whole week was lovely.
Yeah, that time you've got back, not just day to day, but also on holiday
Yeah,
to relax, and then
yeah,
the impact that has on relationships.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, my wife even noticed, how less stressed I am about this business. So yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, people
Thank you.
they say that every purchase. No, my pleasure. They say every purchase, people make that decision based on health, wealth, or relationships.
Yeah, yeah,
I like to think that we've hit all three bases
yeah,
there.
yeah,
With wealth in terms of the exit value of the business,
yeah,
the health in terms of the time and less stress,
yeah,
and the relationships in terms of people around you noticing.
yeah.
Yeah, what out of the three, what would you say the difference that you'd say was that would make the most of the purchase from in one place?
Probably probably the health, I guess. Yeah, just feeling a lot less stressed about it, and yeah, probably that side of stuff. the other two are probably, my wife probably say the relationship, but yeah, and from a wealth perspective as well. But as I said, you've kind of changed my tune on the business, so I might hold on to it for a bit longer.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's been fantastic to work closely with you. Final point then, to somebody that was considering bringing VAs on board, working with me to put SOPs in place, to scale their business and also to gain back their time. What would your advice be to those people?
Yeah, just do it. Go for it. I think, yeah, it. As I said, it's saved me sort of 65% of my time. So, I guess you could put a value on how much time is, and time's bloody expensive these days, isn't it? So, yeah, being able to, spend my time elsewhere, and continue to grow this business, but also the other business I'm involved in, has been invaluable, really. And then, yeah, mental health's a bit better as well. So thanks.
On all bases, no, my pleasure, Jaron. Thanks for your time today on this
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, fantastic. Yeah, and if you enjoyed the episode, if you're interested in what I do to help people to outsource the day-to-day running of their business and scale from that position, check out the resources in the description. You might find those helpful, and I'll catch you in the next video.